16-year-old Ethan Couch was recently convicted of killing 4 people after he got into a pickup truck with 7 passengers, and he ran over 4 people who died as a result of him crashing into them. Also, there was 1 person in the vehicle, in the bed of his truck, that was severely injured. He suffered from brain damage as a result of the car crash. Now, after he got convicted, he was only sentenced to 10 years of probation, even though he stole liquor, got drunk, and killed 4 people. And the defense that was successfully used was, well, he had affluenza, which means that since he comes from a wealthy background, he can't tell right from wrong. Now, understandably, the family members of the victims are outraged at this, so they are filing civil lawsuits against him. In fact, right now there are 5 different civil lawsuits that Ethan Couch and his family will have to battle in court, and I want to give you a list of what those lawsuits are. So Eric Boyles is suing Couch for more than $1 million in damages after his wife and daughter were killed when they were hit by Couch's vehicle. Also, Marla Mitchell, who was on the phone with her daughter Brianna when she was hit and killed, is suing for unspecified damages. Shauna Jennings, the wife of Brian Jennings, is seeking unspecified damages for her and their 3 children. And also, one of the other big lawsuits that they're going to have to fight involves someone by the name of Sergio Molina. He was the person who was lying down in the bed of the truck, who got tossed out of the truck after the car accident happened. His family is suing for $20 million because he has such severe brain damage that he cannot function at all. He cannot talk.
So first of all, as we've said before, this case is doubly ironic. So the defense was rich people don't understand the consequences of their actions. So can you make sure that he doesn't get any consequences for his actions? And that defense actually worked. That's just stunning to me.
It's unbelievable.
Now the second irony of that defense is it's rich people who hired a psychologist to defend their kid by saying, you have to understand, rich people are pricks. Like, we do things to other people and we don't give a damn and we don't think there's any consequence of those actions because we're above the law. Now, can you go ahead and confirm that we're above the law? And that worked.
Yeah, the rich person defense seems to work a great deal of the time. I mean, when you really think about it, when divorces occur, a lot of times a woman can successfully sue for at least 50% of the money that the husband earned because she will say that she is used to a certain lifestyle. I'm used to living this wealthy lifestyle, therefore I'm entitled to that money. And oftentimes that type of argument works. Yeah. And it's incredible to me. The rich keep getting richer. They get to use their status and their wealth and their privilege as a way of getting out of criminal activity or bad behavior.
But you know, what's funny is that in that second part of that irony, I actually don't agree with the defense because I think that they're being unduly harsh against the rich. To say that none of the rich, just because you're affluent, means you can't understand the consequences of your actions, that's ridiculous. There's a lot of good rich folks who are doctors, dentists, Oprah, you know, whoever they happen to be, they understand the consequences of their actions. And so to say that, well, if you're rich, I mean, obviously you're so above the law that you can't be bothered by 4 people on the side of the road. Obviously you're going to run them over and not give a damn. And that's why you should be able to run them over and not give a damn.
Look, just playing devil's advocate, you know, their response to that would be, well, this 16-year-old didn't earn that wealth. He was raised with that wealth that was earned by his parents, right?
So Oprah's okay because she actually earned it.
Yeah.
And Bill Gates is okay, but if you were born into it,
yeah, you have no sense of morality. You haven't been taught right from wrong.
Okay, well, I still don't agree that every kid who's born into wealth is a natural born prick, right? And I certainly don't agree that they should be allowed to get away with their crimes because of that. Now we turn to the civil action because once that ruling is in, you can't increase his penalty. He's been tried on that and it's over, okay, criminally. Now, so I think these guys are right. They're doing basically what the Goldman family did to OJ. Well, you know, you got affluenza, I can cure you of that, right? Well, when you don't have the money, all of a sudden you're going to understand that your actions have a lot of consequences. And look, you seem to have this problem. You're the one who said you have this problem. I'm going to help you with that problem, okay? I mean, look, if I'm the family members here, no amount of money is going to bring my kids back, etc., right? But this isn't about that.
It's about principle and it's about facing consequences for your actions.
I think that in a situation like this, I wouldn't care. I doubt I would sue under other circumstances. If somebody ran over my family and they got but under this circumstance where they rub your face in it, like, yeah, I know you were on the phone when I ran over your daughter and killed her. But that's okay because I'm rich? Oh, fuck no. No way, no way. I'm going to come after every dime you got so that you can't make that defense again, right? They should, and so, you know, hey, parents, and by the way, parents said, oh, I mean, we hardly raise them, right? Because we're rich, so raising kids, we don't do that, right?
Well, then you should be held liable for what happened. If you were such terrible parents that it led to a 16-year-old stealing liquor. I mean, think about all of the different laws he broke. Stealing liquor from Walmart, driving drunk as he's under the age with 7 passengers in his vehicle. And then he proceeds to kill 4 people and severely injure another person that's in the car with him. And he gets 10 years probation. It's mind-blowing. The more you think about it, the angrier it makes you because you know there's that double standard.
How many times have we done stories here where someone just does shoplifting at Walmart and the law comes down on them so goddamn hard?
How many
But they're always poor, right? Or they're middle class. You do it when you're there. Oh my, how dare you stealing income redistribution? How dare you? You scum, right? But if you're rich, oh, come on, it was just a prank. Ha, 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 ha. He just stole the liquor from Walmart and drove it, by the way, 3 times the legal limit. And look, again, what you think he should have gotten and what other people in that situation should get is an interesting question. But then to say that it's okay because he was rich is the part that enrages all of us and invites the biggest civil lawsuit ever, right? And if I'm on that jury and you're going to tell me, oh, I did a terrible job of raising my kids because I was too damn rich, and then they happen to run over your kids and kill them, again, I got a great way to cure that.